What's up, guys? Another episode here at Safe at Home. It's your boy, Alexis Ubeda, a.k.a. Agent Ubeda, your San Fernando Valley Realtor. And we got a special guest today from the San Fernando Valley, always representing 818, Rafael ROX Arroyo. What is up?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
This is special because since I can remember, you've always had the hashtag 818 kid. Always repping the 818, and this podcast is about the 818. What I try to do here is I want to keep the 818 as a unity, like one big family, which is there's a whole thing that I can get into it, but you're in the core. You're right there. You're from Panorama City,
yes, sir.
Right? So we'll get into Panorama City, a little bit of their history and all that. We'll get into your stuff. You're currently part of the Tigres de Quintana Roo in Cancun, Mexico, right?
Correct.
What's your title there?
So I'm the director of player development. We have a young group of.
Let's go!
Let's go. So we have a young group of amateurs. You know, anywhere from 15 to 18, 19 years old.
Wow.
And I developed them so that we showcase them to MLB scouts and now and MPB scouts, which is Japanese scouts.
But they're playing in that team.
You could consider them like the minor.
They're the minor of the Tigres team. Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly.
So they're not in the Tigres team, but they're a part of the organization.
Right, they're part of the organization. Ready. Exactly. So what the process real quick would be like, I develop a player until he's ready.
Yeah.
And then we debut him in the league. So we had a kid debut at 16 years old.
Okay. That's just his intro, guys. There's a lot more. I just that's just a little snippet of what we're getting into. OG Bums nationally ranked team. He's part of the OG Bums team as well. We'll get into that as well. Part of Monroe High School right there in North Hills, 818, from 97 to 99 as well. All city, all conference, all that jazz.
No, not even all city.
Not even all city? You got all conference.
No love, baby.
All conference for sure.
Second team.
Oh, what? We got to get into it real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Because my boy here was also drafted. And like I said, his list goes on and on. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into his love of baseball. We're going to get into the Valley. We're going to talk about Panorama City, Mexico. We're going to talk about detoxing, the ROX system. There's a lot to talk about today. So we're going to switch it up today. My boy Anthony's like, let's switch it up a little bit. And I said, you know what, why not? So we typically start with today in baseball, but we're actually going to do our gifts off the bat.
All right.
So we got a gift for you. Let's do that, Anthony.
Nice.
So let's do the gifts portion of it. So check this out. We got this gift segment is sponsored by Mama Breaks. Here's a Mama Breaks sticker for Mama Breaks herself. Stephanie Garcia. Thank you, Stephanie. Yes, as always, we greatly appreciate you, Tops, and eBay for giving us these great gifts. I'm going to get you, when's the last time you opened up a pack of baseball cards?
Wow. Dude.
I asked everybody has the same question. Like, what? I do not remember. And that's the fun part. So I'm going to let you pick one because you can get what now the kids call it, you got to get a pull. You pull something good.
Okay.
You get a relic, which is like, now I'm new to this. So, you might know more than me. I don't know. Where the card has a little piece of their baseball bat or their jersey.
Oh, no. It's been years, man.
That's called the relic.
Okay.
And then you get a signature. So anyways, pick any pack you want. There you go.
All right.
And then we're going to just pop it open and you will see what we get. And maybe you get these cards. You can get a card now you can pull a card that's like $3,000, bro. Like, you just don't know.
Yeah, this is crazy. So open this?
Open this now.
Right,
let's do it. Let's do it live. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to pick.
I would say I was probably like 12 years old last time I
Exactly. And that's what makes it fun. Like I was mentioning, this is sponsored by Mama Breaks. Mama Breaks, thank you so much. Appreciate the love. And eBay and Tops as well. Let's see what we get, and hopefully we pull something, as the kids would say, as my son Mateo would say, hey, Papa, I love you. Hopefully you're listening. Let's see here.
I'm not saying any names yet.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to say them?
You can say whatever you want. I'm trying to look to see if there's anybody that we can. No, I'm not getting anything. I got Aaron Judge.
I got a weak deck. Actually, the first card was probably the best card.
Oh, Joey Votto.
Professional hitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The king of post-game interviews as well.
I heard about the Gary Sanchez. What happened to Gary?
Oh, man, that's another podcast in itself.
Yeah, I know. And now he's a Padre. He, jumped around. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I got nobody, bro. Oh, Jose Ramirez.
I'll take him.
I'll take. What about Byron Buxton
Byron Buxton
from the Twins, the center
athlete,
field?
man, but he
That
gets
hits
hurt a
bomb.
lot. He
Is
gets
that-
hurt a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I sorry guys, I didn't pull anything either.
No, neither
but
did I.
thank you Tops, thank you eBay, thank you Mama Breaks. You get to keep your deck.
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
So, and then we wanted to ask you for a small favor, just because it's for the show, of course. Check this out. Look what we pulled up.
Oh man.
Dang, can you? Look at this. Look at that's
Wow,
you.
who
That's-
is that?
Look, that's you at Cal City LA.
Yes, sir. Freshman year.
That's you as a rookie, right?
That was 2006 in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Okay, so it's second year.
Second year.
Second year. And then, oops, sorry, that's you with the Mets.
Yeah.
Dang. So if you could just sign this, that'd be so awesome for the show.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah,
Where do you
whatever.
want the signature? Doesn't
Save at
matter.
Home podcast. And that's this is what we normally do at the end of the show to wrap it up. So that's it for today, guys. No, I'm just kidding. That's normally the end of the show, but today we're switching it up. And yeah, no, this is we didn't pull anything today, but I'll be honest with you.
There
Let me
you
see what we
go,
got.
brother.
Whoa,
I used to practice that all the time in college, man.
There you go.
High school and college.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And now we got a real signature here for Save My Whole Podcast from ROX Arroyo. Damn, this is dope. You know what?
I can dedicate it later if you want. I just want
That
to
is
do
awesome.
signature.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
No, this is great. This is great. Here's a quick little fact that I bet you didn't know about me. So, I was a son, right here, before you were a son.
Uh-huh.
No, this is true. Facts.
Yeah.
But you didn't know this.
I might have known it.
No. There's no way. I'm about to tell you.
All right.
And I was a Golden Eagle before you were a Golden Eagle.
That is true.
Okay, so check it out. But in a different sense, let me explain. So when I was a kid, I played for Beirut League, and our head coach, her father, played for the Suns, like you, the minor league team. They were part of the Dodgers, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So our team, we were the Suns.
Yeah.
So I remember that logo of the Suns jersey. I had a Suns jersey when I was like
Yeah.
12, 13. And then I was a year at Cal State LA before you were. So I was a Golden. So I just thought it was a funny, like, little tour. Not that I played like you did, but it's just a funny connection that I saw it. I'm like, wait, I was a Sun in it. Oh, shit. I just didn't get to the Mets part.
I was going to say, when were you a Met?
I was a Met 2 years ago. I was an assistant coach at Northridge Little League.
Okay, there you
for
go.
my son's team.
But
So
you made
I
it.
was a Met. Thank you. This is awesome.
No, thank you,
Oh,
brother.
man, this is great. I love
Bringing
it.
back some good memories
We
right there.
okay, so now let's move on, right? We're ready to start the show now. This is how we normally end it. But I see here the hat, the ROX Arroyo performance hat, right?
Yes.
This is check, and I was told this is a gift.
That's a gift. Yes, sir.
This
Both
is
are
from
gifts.
your Cancun team,
Yeah.
the Tigres.
The Tigres de Quintana Roo.
Check this out. We're gonna continue with the gifts here because he just came in hard today. So I actually tried to order these, and they didn't get it here in time, so that's my fault. But this
But
is
they did get it here in time.
Now
because
they
they're
did
here.
get it here. They did get it here in time. Look at this. This is the best. This is my favorite card of
Yeah.
yours.
Well, that's my favorite card for sure.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
We got a 2009 St. Lucie Mets as well. We've got 2006 Hagerton Suns, which is what we just talked about. Bam. Damn, I'm gonna return that other card.
Hagerstown.
Hagertown, my bad.
Hagerstown Suns.
And then another Mets one catching. This is awesome. You're gonna have to sign these later.
Yeah,
for
I'll get you the Kingsport and the Brooklyn ones later. Those are the ones that I couldn't find.
This is dope.
Yeah.
This is dope. I love this one. This reminds me of Cal State LA.
Yeah.
Because I used to go watch you play, and I remember the stands. This is dope.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
As we discussed earlier, he's an 818 kid, and I mentioned that he always represents 818, and here's proof. Let me show you. Oh, there's yours.
So a buddy of mine in Culiacan made me that design.
So you got this is from Culiacan,
yes, sir.
and look what it says. This is it's hard to it says
you gotta have
just
a little-
kid. There it is. Oh,
There
sorry.
it is.
Just a kid from the 818 San Fernando Valley. For all of you watching on the video, this is it. The audio, you're going to have to go to our YouTube channel to watch this. But this is awesome. This is dope. Wow.
Yeah,
I
you
love
gotta
it.
have pride.
And it's got
where you
your
come
logo.
from. Yeah, it's the Enzo. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a Japanese Zen sign that
Just
I
a
live by.
kid
Man.
from the 818. There
Yes,
we
sir.
go. I love
What do they say? If you don't know where you come from, you're not gonna know where you're going.
it. That's what
So-
what I've heard.
So you got to have a little pride as to where you're rooted from, and try to give back to that and try to uplift
Yeah.
the 818 all the
Yeah,
time.
100%.
It's evolved into something that wasn't what it used to be.
Yeah.
But I still think that you need to have pride and help out the next people that are coming from there.
And that's part of why we're doing this is because I want to show the kids out there that are, starting to play ball or whatever sport it may be, that they can get to another level. And we don't know where baseball is going to take you. I do say baseball. You're part of that. You're a perfect example of we don't know where baseball is going to take you. So I do this to show the kids like, look, anything can happen. Just follow through, work hard. All that great stuff.
Yes, sir.
Because where we came from, like I never imagined this either. So I just think it's great to show the kids. We try to mix in the real estate side to show them what I've been doing in the last 10 plus years to give back to the community. I remember when I was in college and my mom bought her first home, like I was clueless. I should have known more, but luckily for us, we had a realtor that actually held her hand, walked her through the process and helped us become homeowners, because I think it's a really big deal to become homeowners in the United States. It's the American dream.
Right.
It gives you opportunities. So and this is what we're doing. And then you gave us this too. Look at this. This is awesome. This is from the Tigres too.
Yes, sir.
Dang. So for some of you that may or may not know, they're owned by Fernando, right?
Yeah, so Fernando Valenzuela purchased that team I want to say maybe about 6 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, about 6 years ago. And the purpose, I asked him one day, I said, why'd you buy a team in Mexico? And his thing was the same, to give back to the young Mexican ball player and provide maybe a platform for him to get an opportunity as he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's all about evolving, and if you got that opportunity to do it, give back, and then you get it tenfold is what I've been hearing.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
think
mean?
you get to a certain point in life, no matter what it is, what industry, what business, where you reach a point now where you become very thankful for the opportunity that
Right.
business, that sport, whatever
Yeah,
it gave
yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Now you got to give it back because somebody along the way when you were coming up mentored you, or like you
Exactly.
said, that realtor helped
Yeah.
out your mom through
Yeah.
the process and educating her
Yeah.
on that. And then now look what you're doing. You're kind of giving that back
And
as well.
and it's true because I've always talked about guidance, and I feel sometimes there's lack of guidance, and if we can be that guidance to somebody watching or listening, then so be it. You never know what that key word is going to trigger that young fella,
Right.
You don't know when or how, but if you're just giving back, maybe one day you'll hear about it. Hopefully, Anyways, let's move forward. Wow, we started off great. That was our like outro, and it's turned into something else. So what we do typically, anyways, we'll just get into it. Today in baseball, today's September 20th. We're recording on September 20th, 2023. Today in baseball, in 1980, George Brett goes 0 for 4 in a 9-0 loss to the A's to drop his average below 400.
Oh,
He is now hitting 396 and will finish the season at 390. So for some of you may or may not know, 400 is like impossible to do in baseball, especially in a season.
yeah.
And he finished at 390, which when's the last time anybody even hit above 370 for the whole year?
That
Has
I
it
can
been a while?
remember. that I can remember. Tony Gwynn, I think, hit 390 something the year of the strike. I think it was
Oh,
94.
okay.
But they cut that season short. Yeah.
So
Tony
that
Gwynn.
just tells you a lot. That was not. I like that one. It's 1980, the year I was born. So boom, there you go. I got another one, another old school one for you.
All right.
September 20th, 1998. Cal Ripken Jr. took himself out of the starting lineup and did not play for the Orioles as they lose to the Yankees, ending his consecutive game streak at 2,632 games. After nearly 16 years, Ripken said he decided the time was right to end the streak, which began on May 30th, 1982. What that means is the guy never missed a game.
Yeah.
Ever. For 2,632 games. Nowadays, guys take off every other day. I'm out. Forget it. My hammies, I'm hurting.
That record will never be broken.
That will never be broken.
No.
The game has changed drastically. And I remember Cal Ripken back in the days. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw it on ESPN or whatnot when he broke the record and
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. The game. So 1980 George Brett, 1998 Ripken. That era still was like the old school era is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll see a 390 batting average like George Brett in the 80s or 98 Rip. I mean, show me a guy that's played 100 games in a row,
100%.
let alone
Actually,
2,632. Come on, man.
Was it from 1980 till 1998?
1982 to 98.
Look at those two examples, though, right?
Okay, tell me.
What came into my mind with that was George Brett was hitting 396.
Yeah.
He was shooting for 400.
Yeah, 100%.
But he went 0 for 4, and you could live with that. So that 390 is almost as impressive as 400.
Oh, yeah.
He went for it.
Oh, yeah.
And, assuming he was probably playing every day as well. And
Yeah.
then Cal Ripken, man, he showed up to work every day.
No matter what.
Every day.
Even if he went 0 for 4 the day before.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It didn't matter. Even if he was
Even
hammered the day before.
Pulled hamstring.
Even if he pulled the hammy.
There's stories like that.
100%. 100%.
But he showed up to work every day. And the other one,
is
he
that
went down
wild?
swinging.
That's
it's
wild,
all good.
right?
Yeah, it's definitely
Baseball has
changed.
definitely changed. Oh, I forgot. Look here. So ROX just gave us this. So ROX just gave us official Liga Mexicana de baseball Rawlings. This will be our new Save at Home podcast, baseball for our shows, because I always like to hold the ball while I'm doing the show. This looks better than the old one I had. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
This is awesome.
Bring a little flavor over here.
There it is. So that was today in baseball, and now we're going to do today in real estate.
All right.
So today in real estate, what I like to do is just give a little tip. Well, here and there, depending on what we're talking about. But today, I want to give everybody a little tip about real estate. ROX, when you're buying a home, you might have heard this before, you might have not. So a home inspection is optional. Optional is a key word. But what I tell everybody, I know you've been told you can or shouldn't or whatever the case may be. It's optional, but I make it mandatory because you're the biggest investment you'll ever make in your life, the most expensive investment you're ever going to make in your life. You have to do at least a general inspection. And I say that because I've heard these stories where they're like, hey, I bought a home. 3 years later, my roof caved in on me. I called my realtor, and he or she was gone. Like, at the end of the day, like, in reality, there's nothing I can do about that. But I'm like, what do your home inspections say? Yeah. That's a horror story for sure.
Yeah.
So I clearly remember asking the young lady, I go, what was your home inspection like? What did you see on there? She's like, oh, no, he told me to waive it. Oh my God, bro. No. So I'm telling you guys all right now that are thinking or considering buying, who you work with matters. And I'm telling you right now, it's mandatory to do a home inspection, even though it's optional. Always do one. You're going to get a little bit about what the house has or doesn't have. You might not catch everything. That's understandable. But you'll definitely know if your roof's going to cave in on you. So,
100%.
anyways, that's today in real estate. That's our tip for today. And I don't know if you've heard of something like that where, I don't know, I guess they were advised the wrong information, because that's clearly what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously you deal with homes, and I deal with ball players.
Yeah.
So same thing. When we
Give me I'd like to hear this.
Same thing. We want to purchase a ball player, want to sign him. We run him through a physical. So we have to check. We do
Same
blood
thing.
work. Yeah, same thing. You wouldn't just say, okay, yeah. all
Yeah,
right,
he
let's
looks
sign this
solid
guy.
from
Yeah.
the outside.
Yeah.
Hard rack abs, but he can't hit for shit
You
or
gotta check
whatever.
under the hood, man. And
Yeah.
you gotta check under the hood, and you gotta, like you said, that's the biggest investment.
Yeah.
That you're gonna make.
And that's
so
same.
for us too. It's very, very delicate, but we want to
See?
know everything about the kid.
Yeah.
Where does he
Yeah.
come from? His parents. What are they
Yeah.
like? What was his childhood like?
Yeah.
So those things that very important for a home
Wow.
as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of getting at, because he went into depth into it. So what I'm saying is, at the very least, you do a home inspection. If that home inspection for that lady that told me the horror story after, I hit her. I was contacting her trying to help her out with something, and she's like, she just had a bad relationship, and she's thinking, well, you guys are all scumbags and because they advise her the wrong stuff. So when you get that report, what happens is it'll say, hey, I'm not a roofer, right? Mm-hmm. Typically, the way it works is a general contractor say, I'm not a roofer, but I can tell you might want to look into that a little bit more. Right. And that's where you go into in depth more. Now you call the roofer to come in and say, what's going on here, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So at the very least, do your home inspection, guys, on your next purchase. And if you need help, you know how to reach us. That was sponsored by Creoles Baseball. So Creoles is actually only offered at All American Sports Shop. I don't know if you know All American Sports Shop is
sir.
in Winnetka,
I
right there
I bought stuff from there before.
on Satacoy in Winnetka. Our boy Pancho, he's a Tiger, San Fernando Tiger. Go Tigers. That's Creoles. He's got we got the Creoles glove here and the wooden bat here. They actually, the same people that make, shoot, he's going to kill me if I get this wrong. I think it's Wilson. The A2000, that's the Wilson gloves, right?
Wilson,
So the same company that makes Wilson gloves makes the Creoles gloves, guys. So you're getting quality. And he's got 4 different models. This is the kid model here. So it's a little softer, a little easier to break into. Really sweet. So get your stuff over there at All American Sports Shop. Creoles, thank you for the sponsorship. Let's get into it. There's a lot about you that, I mean, I got a list here. So I want to touch a little bit about everything. So we're going to hope to squeeze it all in. Like I mentioned earlier, Sun Valley Bum, 818, hello. We got Monroe High School, 818. Went to Cal City LA, 26 round, number pick 764 out of Cal City LA, right?
Yes.
How did that feel? Let's get into that.
Man.
What was that day like?
Oh.
That's what I want to know.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, so back then, we had only the internet to look at.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like today where they fly the guys out to MLB Network and all that.
Oh, no, that's changed.
Yeah, that's changed
drastically. It's pretty sweet for them.
So they did 2 days of the draft. The first day was the first 25 rounds.
Okay.
Second day was 25 to 50.
Okay.
So I knew, well, I didn't know, but I kind of had an idea. As a senior, I have no leverage in the draft. They're going to draft me or you go to work.
Yeah.
So second day pops up.
That's 25 to 50.
That's 25 to 50.
And you're 26.
So I'm looking, man. So I'm looking. Back in it might have been like AOL.com or whatever.
Whatever it was. Yeah, you're right. AOL.
Internet Explorer. So I'm sitting there, bro.
The dialing.
So I'm looking at the thing, man, and I'm like hitting refresh, every minute.
Yeah.
And then you could just see whatever Cardinals draft this person 25th, and then they go down. And then I get a call from a couple scouts.
No shit.
So they said, hey, man, if we take you in the next round, would you go? And I was like, hell yeah. So I think the Cardinals called and the White Sox called. There was like 4 teams interested.
Oh, shit.
Never in my, wildest dreams did I even think that the Mets were interested.
Really?
I think I got
Did
one.
they not call you?
No.
I've heard of stuff like that.
Yeah. So
where you have teams, sorry to cut you off, you have teams that are saying, yeah. And then this guy comes out of nowhere, right? Another team and just snags you.
I think that's part of the strategy. Yeah, I think that's part of the strategy. Sometimes where guys are like, I really want that guy. But I also
keep it on the low.
Yeah, exactly. I think that scout doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So Brian Hunter, who was a former big leaguer with the Atlanta Braves, first baseman. I got a crazy backstory about this. So
no way.
So 26th round comes up.
Yeah.
I get a phone call, and I'm like, hello. Hey, Rafael, this is Brian Hunter with the New York Mets. I'm going to take you in the next pick that we have, 26th round. Would you sign?
What?
I said, yes. So sure enough.
Oh, he was scouting at that point?
Yeah, he was already retired.
Okay.
So he was scouting.
Because I remember watching him when we were kids.
Yeah, Brian Hunter.
Yeah.
So he calls back. He goes, let me put in the draft. Let me put in the pick, and I'll call you back in about 5 minutes. So they put it in. I see it on the little draft tracker thing. I'm like,
you saw your name?
Yeah. Saw my name, bro. So I'm living at home. I'm commuting to Cal State LA every day.
Yeah.
My mom and dad are in the kitchen having breakfast, and I'm just screaming, man. I go into the kitchen.
Oh!
So I got drafted by the Mets. So, but I was, man, it was from T-ball all the way through, at that point, Cal State LA, through college. Everybody that's helped me, all these mixed emotions. But I was just so fired up. Yeah, it was part of the dream. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I was ecstatic. And the crazy thing, let me back that up. When we were with the Bums, sorry.
Yeah.
So 8 years old.
Yeah. I saw the Bums. Rich, shout out to Richard Martinez, our boy. I saw the little docu that he did with the Bums when you guys went to when you were Puerto Rico. Yeah, you beat the Puerto Rico team.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was sick.
Yeah, man. That was.
He said you were playing short.
I was playing short.
I was like, I had to do a double take. What up? What? That's short.
Yes, sir.
I
had
didn't
a good
know.
arm, man. Had good hands.
That's
good
dope.
Hands and a good arm.
Okay,
so they gave us a poster. And
so
I come back home, and it's a poster of a big leaguer. And you know how you measure out like 8.
The heights?
Yeah, the height, all the way up.
Yeah.
Guess who that poster was?
Brian Hunter?
Brian Hunter of the Atlanta Braves.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro. Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so I was like, when he came to the house 2 days later.
He came to the house?
Yeah, to sign the contract. And I was like, Brian, I was like, I had
I've
a
never
poster
heard of this story.
Yeah, man. Not many people know it. But it was one of those things like, God is funny,
That's
man.
meant to be.
Yeah, God is a trip. So
Wow.
So signed, and then I think 2-3 days later, man, I was gone. I flew to Port St. Lucie, Florida, 2004. I met all the draft class of that year.
Yeah.
And then they shipped me to Kingsport, Tennessee about a week later. We did all the physicals over there, talking about the inspection.
Yeah.
So
that's what they're inspecting you.
Blood work, blood work, the
Yeah.
physicals, X-rays, everything. You want to make sure that they're not.
This fool ain't got an extra leg or anything.
No, man. I mean, you got bone chips in your elbow, you ain't gonna sign, or they'll sign for less. But not that I was a big bonus baby, but $1,000 bucks.
Still,
brother.
they that's what they do.
Yeah, $1,000. Let's go.
$1,000.
$1,000.
What I'm still tripping on is the Brian Hunter thing.
Yeah. And I had no idea.
Oh, you didn't realize it was him?
Never the Mets. They give you a questionnaire. So my junior year, they gave me some questionnaires. You fill out, medical stuff, and then would you sign for X amount of money? Would you not? My senior year, I got one letter from the Mets, and it was early in the year. I filled it out, send it back.
No shit.
Never knew he came to watch me play. Never talked to me ever again until draft day, the day 2.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's you just never know who's watching.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Never know, man.
I'm tripping on Brian Hunter because if you know baseball, guys, what is it like? How many teams? 25-man roster.
25-man roster,
Okay.
30 teams.
So do the math. Like, what is that? I'll put you on the spot here.
Oh man,
30. What is it? Anthony, what is it?
30 times what?
25.
I say about a little under 900. So 700 something maybe.
Times 25.
30 times 30 is 900.
750.
Yeah.
Okay. That's active, right?
Right. That's the best of the best. That's the 1%.
Right. So 750 players every year. Out of all those 750 players, they have minor leaguers. So they could have put a poster of upcoming minor leaguer. So let's add another 750. There's more, I'm sure, than that.
Yeah, there's way more. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, over 1,000 players they could have chosen from. 1,500 to be exact. Whatever the case may be. My point is, you're right though, Anthony. You're right. You got the poster years before
Yeah.
of the one guy that ended up signing you. I'm bugging out right now.
I told you, man. God works in mysterious ways, and
This is
but I
nuts.
remember getting the poster, and I opened it up. It's like 6 feet, whatever, and I pinned it behind the door.
It could have been anybody.
Could have been
poster.
anybody, and I'll never forget it because it was, it's like one of these, they set up a photo shoot.
Yeah,
and He's got his
yeah.
baseball bat. He's kind of leaning on it.
Yeah.
And it said, Brian Hunter, like 6'2", 6'3", whatever it was, and then every year I'm kind of like measuring myself.
Wait, it's the same Brian Hunter, right? It's not another
no,
Brian Hunter.
I remember him. I'm telling you, I don't know why.
my
I remember
God.
him on that Braves. When
Yeah,
they had that
the
run?
Braves. Yeah,
First baseman.
Yeah.
And I just remember his name. Like,
Yeah, of course.
It'd be like, Mark Lemke or
Yeah.
Jeff
Those guys.
Blauser,
Yeah.
But Brian Hunter stood out when I was a young kid watching Maddox and all those guys do the thing.
Yeah.
All those years.
Yeah, well,
but
yeah,
Brian
I
Hunter,
remember Brian Hunter.
And then when he gave me that letter, I was like, oh, that's Brian Hunter.
But now he's with the Mets too.
No, he was only with the Mets around those years, like 20.
No, but I'm saying though, when he signed you,
he was a scout for the Mets.
right?
Yeah, he was
So
an area scout for
he
Los
even
Angeles.
shifted organizations and still landed with you. Is what I'm
Yeah.
still bugging.
Yeah.
Like the odds of that is
Yeah, it's just crazy. That's
wild.
part of the golden thread, man. There was like a divine process that had to happen.
Anthony, do the damn.
So yeah, that was draft day. That was 26.
That was draft day.
26 round.
Then we got New York Mets 2004 2010, and then you were a New York Mets bullpen catcher 2010 2011, and then after that's when you started ROX Sports Performance.
Correct.
But then you also have strength and coaching conditioning coach for Legends Baseball Academy. I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the two? Like your work, like is that like part of the like? You explain that.
All right. So
Because it's kind of started around the same time, a little bit later, 3 years apart. But what's the difference? Like if someone wants to hire you, are they hiring Rock Sports or are they hiring you break it down.
it would be like you go to let's say, I don't even know how the setup is, but let's say Equinox
Yeah.
has like a Starbucks in the gym.
Okay.
Right.
And
so
that's
Legends Baseball Academy is the academy that my buddy Al Quintana runs. Does a great
Okay.
job. Eddie Camacho, Ryan Delgado. They do an amazing job.
Oh, that's their
that's
Camacho is another 818 kid.
Yes, sir. Somar.
That was a Met too.
Yeah,
with you.
We played together.
Exactly. Dun dun dun. 818 just dominates. I'm sorry.
That made it comfortable, man.
We're dominating baseball since years back. Coach Eddie Cornejo at CSUN, I hope you're listening. I know you are. I give them a challenge, and I challenge them to give our kids in the Valley first dibs at CSUN.
Oh, okay.
And we build a Valley all team.
Man,
bro.
that was my dream school.
Right?
Growing up, because at that time, CSUN was a powerhouse. Man, they had a. Remember,
at the time.
Remember that they had
they can be now.
God, it was Erasmo Ramirez. Hold on a second. Fick's brother, the scout.
Fix, yeah. Robert Fick. Yeah, I remember.
Adam Kennedy.
Yes, yes.
Erasmo Ramirez was the pitcher that
Adam
they had.
Kennedy, that's
but
right.
they had a bunch of scrappers, man. They were going to UCLA and USC and beating them up. So
Cornejo, get back to me. Let's make this dream a reality. You're gonna get a Valley team. I get it. You can't have 100% Valley guys, but those Valley guys, that team, you're gonna get that World Series ring. The College World Series. I know you can get it, especially in the Valley. We just run deep. We just do. It's just true. The facts are there.
Yeah.
Facts are there. Okay, so you were saying, so you would be the Starbucks in Equinox.
Like inside, yeah, exactly.
Okay, and that's the ROX performance.
That's what I do here in LA.
Okay.
Here in Pasadena.
Because then you're also, I mean, the list goes on and on, which is amazing. You're also affiliated, like we were talking about the Cancun team in Mexico.
Right.
And then you've done stuff with Tomateros, the Culiacan.
Yeah,
right.
I did stuff with the Tomateros, and I also have done stuff with Oliver Perez and Julio Diaz.
And which is what I was going to bring up next, Mexico's team World Baseball Classic. You've been a part of that.
Yeah, I was at 2013. I was the bullpen catcher there.
Exactly.
When we got into the famous fight between Canada.
Yeah, I remember that. And you're holding him back. I'm like, man, you ain't holding him back.
No, look, I didn't know what happened, man.
He's about to.
No. Hold on a second. Do you think Mick would promote Rocky Balboa fighting outside the ring?
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my investment, man. I had to protect.
No, I know. And so we're going through your list and all of your accomplishments, but I want to go back. Yeah. I want to go back and ask you, when was it that you were bitten by the baseball bug? When did that start? That whole love for the game. Wow. Take me back to that.
I grew up in a house with two families. Old school immigrant. We had two families living in a single family home.
Yeah.
Grew up with 4 older cousins and 1 older brother.
Oh, okay.
Right?
In the same house. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the brothers, the tios, your dad and your uncle, right?
Yeah.
I would assume. I don't know.
My mom and her sister.
Oh, opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
My mom and her sister married a nephew and an uncle.
Okay.
Which would be my dad. And
Yeah.
So we grew up in the same household, and baseball was like, as soon as I can remember.
That's all you know.
Yeah, like 2-3 years old. That my fondest
Boom,
memories.
you had one of these.
Yeah, just seeing my cousins playing baseball in the backyard.
Oh, they were older.
Yeah, they were all older.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I was the youngest of 10 kids.
Okay.
Right, and it was four cousins, 4 brothers.
Yeah.
And then I have 1 older brother and I have 3 sisters.
Okay.
So
and you were the youngest of all of them. No way.
Yeah. So I would say 3 years old. I remember being in the backyard and watching my cousins play and me just playing, watching them. And then when they would go play in their park league, in the rec league, I remember just standing behind the catcher, man, and I was just so infatuated with the catcher's gear and the mask.
Yeah.
Why is this dude different?
Yeah.
That was it. And I knew at that point, I wanted to be a catcher.
That is dope.
But baseball has always been in, my blood. My dad, my uncle, they would always watch the Dodger games.
Yeah.
And you talk about Fernando
Valenzuela. I'm sure they were on it.
We were all just raised by that.
Yeah.
And then, going to my first Dodger game, I remember it, and it was just like, wow, what is this, big ass cathedral?
Yeah,
bro, and
huge.
Like the energy and the noise.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The smell of like the Dodger dogs and everything. It was unbelievable.
Where did you go up playing ball at though? Because I know I know of you at Fernangeles as a bum, but at that point you're already like 11, 12, give or take 10. I don't know. So you said it was 4 or 5. You started playing somewhere until that age. Where'd you guys play ball at? What rec center or what?
Panorama City.
You were
at what we called the Chase Park, right? So
okay.
I played t-ball there 1 year.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's off of Nordhoff. No, Parthenia.
Parthenia.
Parthenia. Yeah, and
Chase.
Yeah, I know.
So I played there 1 year.
No shit. That's
and then
awesome.
There was a park director there, an assistant, who saw me play over the line with my cousin.
Okay.
And he told me that he was working at a at Sun Valley, at Fernangeles in Sun Valley.
In Sun Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were establishing this like young travel team.
How funny.
Yeah. So
no
I
shit.
go over there, and my dad was like, well.
But at what age was that?
This was like 6 years old, 7 years old.
Oh, that's
I played T-ball when I was 5.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
played 1 year.
Yeah.
Go over to Fernangeles, and I meet Roy.
And that's when it started? I thought it was like later. Oh, wow.
No, yeah,
okay.
it was so like 6.
You're
I
young.
played another year of T-ball at Fernangeles.
Yeah.
Then after that, I think it's 7 years old. You start playing hardball.
Yeah.
So that was when
That's when the
Roy
bump started?
Roy
Oh,
kind of like
shit.
started picking. Okay, this guy's pretty good. This guy's pretty good.
Oh,
So
that is
that's when he
awesome.
formed. Yeah, he formed the first. I would say that's the first travel ball team in the San Fernando Valley.
I
that
from
can
my
remember.
from my understanding, yes. So shout out to all the
Yeah.
Sun Valley Park bums. Shout out to Roy and everything he's done for the community and all the kids. You being one of them.
Right.
Some of them still play ball. They have the Sunday League bums teams. I'm not sure how
Yeah,
many of
I
them
don't
are
know who's still
bums from
around.
back in the days.
Yeah.
I know Handy's still playing or was playing.
Yeah, I don't
Shout
know
out
who's
to
still, I don't know who's still playing, but
Yeah.
the Bums, man, that was an unbelievable organization.
Yeah.
The way Roy ran it.
Yeah.
It was more impressive because we were all kids of immigrant parents who
100
worked 2
yeah,
jobs.
all Latinos.
Yeah, had no. I don't. Roy would go pick us up. Like he would pick up like 8 of us.
Wow.
Literally
To go to
pick-
practice
to go
or
to practice,
games or
yeah,
whatever.
to go to practice, we'd hang around the park all day, and then he'd
Yeah.
take us back home like around 9, 10
Yeah.
o'clock when he'd close out the
Wow.
Fernangeles. So that's a big chapter of everything in development, teaching us how to be accountable, be responsible, fundraise.
That's
It was awesome, man.
wild.
That was a great experience.
Yeah, I mean I know the story behind some of that. I didn't know it was that early that you guys started. So that's what led you then to Monroe and then to Cal State LA.
Yeah, well, from the Bums, we were trying to all go to the same high school.
I can get into that. That's gonna hold another episode where
Yeah.
you were the only one, if I could be wrong here, that did not go to San Fernando.
Correct. Me and JC Sepulveda.
Yeah. Oh, también.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right.
So
JC,
there was, and he ended up winning the city title
That
our senior
year.
year. Yeah, but had we all gone to the same high school, man,
that would have been
Man.
tough. But let me tell you, I'm gonna. Did I blow out the mic there or no? You good? Okay. I thought I messed it up.
get me fired up, man. Get me
Oh
fired
man,
up.
that team.
And I apologize to Gomez, man. Gomez, he wanted us all over there, and
Gomez. No, wait, hold up. I know Gomez. Gomez. I'm gonna call you out right now, my boy. You still had a team to win it all. I'm sorry. When they lost, I think it was the second round. I'm like, how?
yeah,
You just got a ridiculously all-star. Okay, so you didn't get 2 players, but you had other players that I know were balling,
they had a squad, man.
and Manny came from Poly. He
Yeah.
took Handy.
Yeah,
Jesse Ninja, right, from North Hollywood. Burbank.
Jordan went over there too.
Jordan. Where was Jordan?
Actually,
at?
Eddie Camacho and Woody didn't go. They stayed at Silmar.
Were
I stayed
were they
at Monroe.
bums too?
Who?
Camacho.
Later on, yeah.
Oh, later
they
on.
showed up probably like 13, 14 years old.
Ah,
so they
gotcha.
weren't OGs, but
Gotcha.
But they were.
But they were part
a
of
lot
a-
of our winning around those years.
Yeah, he was in Silmar. Camacho was in Silmar. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go because I couldn't. For me, as much as I wanted to be with my boys,
Yeah.
it felt like I was letting Monroe down. And
Yeah,
my
yeah,
coach,
yeah.
my coach invested a lot of time in
Yeah.
me. Fred Pudrith, shout out to him.
And then you played with John Ennis.
Yeah, so I
he
was
was the
a-
one that was the highly recruited
Yeah,
Atlanta Braves guy. He
Yeah.
made it to the bigs. I remember him
pitched
playing.
in the big leagues. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
So I was a freshman when he was a junior, and
Yeah.
I made the varsity as a
Yeah.
freshman, and I
did,
caught
yeah.
him freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah.
And then he got drafted. Him and Victor Hall got drafted.
Yeah,
in
yeah, the
in
center
ninth-
fielder, right?
Yeah, speedy lefty. Oh man,
Speedy. That guy was Speedy
he
Gonzalez.
could fly, bro.
Woo!
We had some talent, man. We had good
Yeah.
ball players, but Kennedy kind of took some good ball players from that area. From
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Mission Hills Little
they're,
League.
yeah, they're nearby. Yeah.
But yeah, Monroe. So I stayed there out of kind of loyalty to my
Yeah.
coach and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I was so happy I did because had I left, it would have redirected my career. I wouldn't have gone to Cal State LA.
I was gonna say that
Yeah, so
because I think the same way you think. Once something shifts this way,
you change everything.
everything changes.
Everything. It's a ripple
So right
effect.
now you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have the
No.
everything we just went through
Yeah.
because of that one move. So crazy.
Well, let me give you another quick example.
Brian Hunter?
No. He was a
That's
no,
just
no,
nuts.
no,
I
bro.
can't get over that.
Had I not been drafted by the Mets,
Yeah.
I would have never played the 6 years. Obviously, in 2010
Yeah,
is
yeah.
when I met Oliver Perez, who had signed a 3-year deal with the Mets
Oh,
for
yeah.
36 million. But he had a bad second year, so they put him in the bullpen, and that was when he told me, "Hey, will you come down to Culiacan with me and work with me with the Tomateros?"
Yeah.
Had he not opened the door for me to be in Mexico, like, I wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't be here either.
I wouldn't have.
It's just it's all alignment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a golden thread that if you
Is
do
that
things
what you
right,
call it, the golden
I call
thread?
it the golden thread. That's Paul
Okay.
Check stuff. Yeah.
Oh, speak on that. Well, I like this. I haven't even got to that. Like I got, as you see my list here.
I'm kind of deep, man. So
No, I know,
apologize.
but that's why I asked you earlier. I said, should we do one? We only get an hour here because of Anthony.
Yeah.
Shout out to Anthony. So I'm
This
like,
is the
should
cliff notes. This is
should
the
we
cliff
do
notes.
like 2 parts? Like there's so much there that's why I asked you that. But okay, I want to know about the golden thread.
All right.
What is that? Go ahead, Lali. You
Just so we talked about, right? So if I look back,
Mm-hmm.
you know, from where I've been, let's start with the Tigres.
Yeah,
And before
sure.
the Tigres, I had the Tomateros.
Right.
Oliver Perez, Julio Diaz.
Yeah.
The New York Mets.
Yeah,
The connection
you're
there
going
with
from
Ali,
top
yeah,
to bottom.
Cal
Got
State
it.
LA.
Yeah.
I went to a Division II college, and I played for a coach who was 74 years old at the
John
time.
Herbold.
John
Shout out to
Herbold.
John Herbold.
Rest in peace, John Herbold.
Yeah, legend.
He made me that mean little bastard that I needed to be in order to play to the next level
Really?
or play at the next
Okay.
level. Yes. He knew
Because you were already a badass. I
but
remember.
There's a point in your career and in baseball, and this is another thing, but you start
Yeah.
to doubt yourself, man. This game is not easy.
Oh,
you know, 70%.
forget about it. I can speak on that.
If you fail, hey, if you failed 70% of the time, I don't think you'd have a job tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. You got to
Yeah.
be. There's a different. You know.
Yeah.
You got to be successful. So baseball, Herbold made me believe in myself, and he made me play like a big man, like he told me. So again, now that's
I remember
Cal State
that. I
LA.
remember you writing that quote down.
Yeah, and now back to high school to Monroe. Had I not caught John Ennis as a freshman and a sophomore,
Which was blowing 90s.
throwing
and
90,
you're like,
I'm 14, 15 years
like,
old with glasses, bro.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
right?
so he developed me. John developed me on the physical side. My coach, my senior year, I only had 2 classes.
2 Johns. And John Ennis
John Herbold.
and 2 Johns.
Yeah, 2
I just
Johns.
caught that.
There you go.
Wow.
So, and then Sun Valley Park Bombs made me, developed me at a higher level.
Right.
Chase Park, I started there, but knowing that coach took me over to Sun Valley.
Yeah.
So that's the golden thread, is that there's always people and things that happen in your life that where God kind of puts you like, go this way.
Yeah.
If you do, in my opinion, when you do things the right way, it's going to lead you to where you're supposed to go.
Right.
But if you don't follow that golden thread, you're going to be, you're
Left.
going to veer off. So there's always important people in your life, mentors, coaches, teachers,
I agree
friends,
with
that are always going to kind of steer you in that direction to success.
So let me ask you this though, which it's amazing. No, that's dope. I love this stuff. But okay, so let's just do the hypothetical. You going to San Fer, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a malicious movement. It just would have been a thing where like, oh, my boys want to go there, and we're all going. Dad, mom, dad, can I go? Yeah, sure, mijo. Let's go take you to San Fernando. What happens to your golden thread there? Besides it changing, what I'm saying is, does it turn to a bad thread? Like you didn't do anything wrong,
Right. Well, maybe you did.
or maybe
You
did.
betrayed your high school coach. You betrayed your teammates.
Is it subjective the way you look at the way?
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
because I just
100%.
explained it to you like I'm just a kid. I just transferred. You look
Yeah.
at it like, nah, I was betraying my team.
Well,
There's two
yeah.
different. There's 2 sides.
100%. Well, yeah, and it is subjective, because then I could have said, oh, I could have went to San Fernando. I could have, hit 400. And I could have went to USC. It could have been, but maybe not. I don't believe. I don't see it that way, because
Yeah.
I think
You don't
think
go
your
back
life is
and
perfect. No,
question it, right?
Not at all. I think everything happens the way it's supposed to happen.
Wow.
If you're following that dream, that path of righteousness. And for me, it was like I couldn't leave Monroe High School because my coach invested time
Yeah.
in me, and I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
raised that way, by my parents.
Yeah.
So at least always try to do the right thing.
Yeah, because
I like that one.
That's dope. That's dope. Wow, I've never heard. That's it. So, because what I think about it too is sometimes like, because as we're developing and growing as human beings, right, physically and spiritually, sometimes we're like, am I doing the right thing? We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like like I've been in situations where I'm like, ugh, left, right. I'm not trying to be evil.
Yeah.
But where do I go? Somehow I ended up going left or right or both or whatever. But I just feel like, yeah, exactly. That's
But
how
do you ever look back? Say you went left, do you ever look back and say, damn, I should have went right? So now it made it more difficult. Maybe now it took you a little bit longer to get there.
I haven't thought about it that in depth,
Okay.
but I have thought about like where is it that where maybe I should have stopped trying or something like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like where you go right. When do you? Okay, that's enough. I got to go this way now. Like that's
Yeah.
where things shift, and you're like,
That's
did
when
I
you-
do it right or
you
wrong?
Pay attention to the signs.
There it is.
Pay
There it
attention to
is.
the signs.
Oh man. All right. So you so that's you started baseball at Chase Rec Center, right? I mean Panorama City, Chase
We call it Chase Park.
yeah, Chase Park. And then like you said, what would you say would be the biggest difference in baseball wise in the we can understand the game of the level of play gets harder and harder as you go up and deeper into into higher level, especially in the bigs.
Yeah.
What would you say the biggest difference was though between being, at Cal State LA and in the minors? Like where, or even within the minors, from A ball or rookie ball to triple A, double A, whatever the case may be. What's the biggest difference you think you see as a ball player there? It's for people that have no idea. They've never, they're striving for that, and hopefully they do get there. But you've already been there, done that. What would you say the biggest difference would be in regards to the game?
The biggest difference from every
Excuse
level,
me.
whether it be high school to college, college to pro, and
Yeah.
then once you're in the pros,
Yeah.
from rookie ball all the way up, is
Yeah.
consistency.
Okay.
Consistency in the sense that I can do something 9 out of 10 times when
Yeah.
you're in maybe say double A, but in high school you're not as consistent, so you might do it 5 out of 10.
Okay.
But behind that consistency is the discipline, the dedication, the passion, the hard work,
Yeah.
the showing up to work every day, the Cal Ripken, right?
Yeah.
Or no matter what, I went 0 for 4 yesterday. Who
Back
cares?
it in
I gotta
tomorrow.
go. I gotta be consistent. I gotta have the same routine. I gotta have a ritual.
Yeah.
So that's what separates. Talent is everywhere.
Yeah.
Talent. There's more talent in the minor leagues than there are in the big leagues.
Okay.
But what separates those two? Consistency.
Mm.
You look at a guy like Clayton Kershaw. I'm schooling you guys now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
look at a guy
Yeah.
like Clayton
We love
Kershaw?
it. Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw is like clockwork, man. After his start, you know exactly what time he's going to be out on the field running. You know exactly what his routine is going to be.
The whole nine.
And you know exactly what you're going to get with him at the end of the year. Whereas somebody else that doesn't stick, maybe like a AAA guy goes
Yeah.
up, he has one good game, then he has another bad game, and he's lost. So he hasn't found his niche yet. He hasn't
Yeah.
found who he is.
I think that has to go with mental though, right? Because if you're not mentally there, you're not going to be
Yeah,
consistent.
that's the root of it, right? That,
Right.
In what separates any big leaguer or even pro guy from the amateur
Yeah.
is this. Like I
Right,
said,
that's what I'm saying.
Behind the consistency is the dedication, the discipline, the intelligence,
Yeah.
knowing when not to.
The guidance.
Yeah. So
too,
the
right?
experience is eventually what pays. And experience comes with that consistency, and consistency comes with that experience. They kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So we could bet, 4 years ago, we could bet Clayton Kershaw is going to win close to 20 games. He'll give you lower than 2.5 ERA.
Yeah.
But when he was a rookie, it was like, man, he throws hard. He still had
Yeah.
found
Yeah.
himself.
That's true. That's very
But
true.
I would say that if there was one thing, it's that consistency.
Consistency. Dion, I was listening to Dion. I'm a big Dion fan. I don't know
I
if you've
love
been
Dion.
following.
Oh, I love Dion, man.
Dion, man, Dion, have your people call my
Dion-
people.
Dion
Come
is-
on my show. Dion Sanders, man, he was just talking about that. He was breaking down what they need to do to win this next game against Oregon, which is going to be a very, very big, tough ball game for them. But at the end, he had a list and he brought it. The last thing he goes, consistency.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that, forget about it.
You don't have anything.
And then he attached it to attitude. So which is mental.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So that's literally what he said. And that's exactly what you're saying, which is bananas. That's great stuff. Great stuff. So because you're from Panorama City, we got a little Panorama City history here.
Oh.
So more than half of the neighborhood's population was born abroad, the majority being from Mexico, which is where your parents are from. Known as the Valley's first planned community after a transition from agriculture to post-World War II housing boom. Crazy. Check this out. The whole valley's full of Latinos anyways, but that just proves it right there. It's all in the facts. Homes in the area were sold with racially discriminatory covenants, a condition covenant restriction document filed with the county recorder's declaration that no Panorama City lot could be used or occupied by a person whose blood is not entirely that of white or Caucasian race, bro. They're trying to keep everybody out. Ain't that, this is wild. This is back in the 60s.
Okay.
This is such restrictions, which sometimes also limited ownership to people of the Christian faith. That's just bananas. Bananas.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Go ahead.
I was born in Northridge, but raised in Panorama City. You have any Northridge tidbits?
We did Northridge. I don't have. No, okay, let's go. Northridge. We have. Actually, Northridge was part of, because we already did Northridge.
Okay.
So Northridge was used to be called. So there's North Hollywood. Or it used to be North. I think they called it. I'm trying to remember, North LA, but they would get confused with North Hollywood, so they had to drop that. It used to be called Lindsay, like the street.
Yeah.
And then they eventually evolved into the Northridge, but we did go into the Northridge.
Yeah.
Northridge Hospital? Is that where you?
Northridge Hospital, yes.
Okay,
sir.
right. That's off of Roscoe and Reseda,
Yes,
Baroque. Okay, see, I know my valley. Come on now, man.
Hey, they said, is Panorama City the exact like center of the valley? Is that why it's called Panorama? It's got a panoramic view.
Check this. It's funny you say that. So I have here. So we'll just get into it. Real quick. Another quick fact. Born in Panorama City, we got a major leaguer. Do you know who it is?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah. Oh, what? He knows.
He's OG 818.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, sir.
Giancarlo Cruz, Michael Stanton, known as Mike Stanton now. 5-time All-Star, National League MVP 2017. And, I mean, just hell of a ball player. He gets hurt a lot. I think Mike, call ROX. I think can help. I think he can help you out.
We'll get you.
We'll get you
right.
situated so you can lock in that Hall of Fame, baby. Let's go. But yeah, he was our Panorama City born ball player that we looked up on. And then we're gonna go into the market. So you were talking about how Panorama City is the center of the valley. You can argue that. So part of Panorama City became North Hills. I don't know if you know that. It was just so big, and they do that all the time. They start separating. So you could say originally Panorama City was. It probably is. I mean, for some of you may not know, in the valley, off the 405, if you go east on the 405, that's where you'll see Panorama City. Panorama City is divided in between, so Van Nuys Boulevard and Roscoe. That square around it, per se, like those four corners, that's Panorama City.
Yeah, it's a small spot.
It's a small spot, but it is centrally located in the San Fernando Valley. And I just wanted to real quick go into the market there in the San Fernando Valley. Your average 3-bedroom, 4-bath home is minimum price range is $870 north of Roscoe, and south of Roscoe we're looking at $835. So all of you homeowners in Panorama City, if you bought your home for way less than $8 and change, you got a lot of equity there. Give us a call. We can help you guys out, refinance, get that money, and maybe invest on a second home.
My money.
we can help you invest into another home, or maybe just upgrade your current home right now. Who knows? But shout out to everybody in Panorama City. $800K plus value of your home for an average 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom. If you're looking to buy in that area, contact us. We can help you guys out as well. Great place to be, right? Like you said, centrally located, Panorama City Mall. I mean, everything's right there in the middle, and you're right next to the 405 as well. So, shout out to Panorama City. We got 2 more things to do here, since we're running out of time here. But I wanted to ask you something. I was gonna ask you for a tip of the day for our viewers, but I'm gonna make it personal. I want you to give me a tip of the day, and what this is. You were talking about a detox, right? Yes. So right here, you see. So you don't see I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting you.
I see it.
You see it. He sees it on here. So like I said, it's gonna be a tip for me because I'm gonna make it personal today. Tomorrow I'll be the big 4-3.
Oh,
hello,
yes, sir.
So this is my thought process coming into today was like, all right, so tomorrow, go have your steak, do whatever you want. But the next day, we're gonna start a detox. And I'm like, you got the perfect guest right before your birthday to find out what does detox mean to you, and what would you recommend? Because I've done detoxes before. Like it's not like I've kind of been pretty good. I've done 30 days. I've done 60 days.
Yeah.
Not lately though, so I need it.
Yeah.
But so I was gonna ask, what do you recommend for me, or just in generally speaking for our viewers out there? Yeah, that's where I was gonna go at, because I know you're big into the wellness of your body and your mental health and all that. Look, I want to share this with you. These for the viewers or on TV. So these are ayahuasca seeds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is
nice, man.
So I got this from a shaman. I got it. I think it was like Bolivia or something like that. It's for protection.
Yeah.
And it's called Lágrimas de Virgen, virgin tears.
Yeah.
In English. So it just goes with the whole, detoxing and just getting your mind right and your health right.
100%.
So
man.
I want to ask you about that, and what would you recommend for someone like myself that say just want to do a recharge and get going? Well, what are we doing here? Let's go. I'm gonna follow your step too. By the way,
I got you, man. It's easy.
All right.
It's very
Let's go.
Well, it's very simple, not easy.
Good. Oh no, I get it. I
All right,
know.
very simple. So to detoxify is to eliminate that which is unnecessary.
Okay.
To bring back to nature, to bring back to how you were born, right?
Okay.
Without anything, an empty body, an empty vessel.
Got it.
So unfortunately, we live in a society today with our food and environmental factors that poison us.
Right. Got it.
We either inhale them or ingest them, however the case. So to detox, one easy thing is I look at the water you're drinking.
Okay.
Right. So water is nature's
What's
salt.
water?
I'm saying. No,
I'm
my
kidding.
bad.
I'm kidding.
Water is
I'm
nature's.
saying, do I drink water? No, not really. That's why I was meant.
No,
that was my joke.
You wash your car. What do you use? Right.
Yeah.
Water is
No,
nature's
I
solvent.
get it. Okay.
So that'll be number one.
Okay.
Drink more water. What kind of
Okay.
water are you drinking? The second thing, real simple, tip: stop eating breakfast. What I mean by that is
tried that.
No, it's very easy.
No, I've done it.
Okay.
I didn't see shit.
Well, there's more. There's more to it, bro.
All right, go.
Break fast, right? Break a
Okay.
fast. You're breaking a fast. You were fast asleep
morning.
for 7-8 hours or however much.
And then you
however
miss
many
breakfast too.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you got to hydrate. First thing you do when you wake up is you eliminate, right? You go to the bathroom, you eliminate, you wash up or whatever.
Are you following me?
I know you're kind, bro. No,
Okay,
so
okay.
after we eliminate, what do we
Yeah.
want to do? We want to ingest water
Water.
with minerals.
Okay.
So natural spring water is what we want to do.
Okay.
If you can do fruits,
Okay.
I can get into that a little more in depth. But do some kind of fruit. Break a fast. When you break a fast,
But
you want
so
something
then I
that's
can
easy on
have
the
breakfast,
stomach.
but it's just fruit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or
Oh,
something
okay.
quick. If you want to do, there's different levels of detoxification or
Okay.
different processes that
Yeah.
you can do depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
You can go on a dry fast. You can go on a water only fast. You can go on a juice fast. You can go on a fruit fast.
Okay.
But you want to eliminate and cut back on the food that you ingest.
Is there a steak fast?
No, man, not unless you went vegan for a year and you needed that.
Okay.
Look,
So
there's no right diet. Everybody's different, man.
right,
So
I got you.
I say the no diet diet. You have to evaluate and look at yourself and see where you're at.
Okay.
And what do you want? If you feel like
I want
man,
to just clean the whole inside. I
Very
feel
easy.
I feel like mentally and physically I need a clean out, a cleanse.
perfect.
So
Just
okay, go.
Stop eating breakfast.
Got it.
Drink some clean water, which is
Morning.
natural spring water.
Okay.
All right. Start getting some key limes into your water. Look at the berries and the melons.
Okay.
Those fruits are the grapes.
Yeah, I
So
see
those
that.
fruits are very astringent. They'll pull toxins from the cells, from the
No
body.
way.
Yeah. If
Okay.
you can get into a sauna or you can exercise,
Done.
that's another way to sweat
Easy.
and eliminate.
Do that all the time.
And then maybe cut back to one meal a day.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. See, he knows me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's
Not two.
Right. Let me see. One. If you owe $30,000
Oh,
and you're
shit.
spending $3,000 a day, what do you have to do in order to pay off that debt?
If I'm
So
I
you're
owe
making
30?
you're making $5,000 a day.
Yeah.
You're spending $3,000 a day, but you owe $30 by the end of the week. What do we need to do?
make more money. That's what comes to mind.
Okay.
So spend less. Is that what you're
Make
saying?
more money means okay. So
Yeah.
that would be ingest
Yeah.
better quality food,
Okay.
which is the best quality food, fruit.
Okay.
It may
I'm
not
listening.
sound like it, but it really is.
So let's do the fruit one then.
Yeah.
Okay, I want that. What do I do now? Just buy a bunch of fruit.
Grapes.
Got it.
Uh,
I can't find seed lid grape.
That's another topic.
I've seen organic, but it said seedless. I'm
no.
like, how is it organic if
No,
it doesn't have seeds?
We need seeds, bro.
How the hell does that work?
That's
Yeah, but how is it organic?
that whole organic label stuff
Oh,
is all
Jesus,
it's
man.
all
I thought
that.
I was doing right. Here we go.
Yeah, you got to get into seeded.
That's what I'm talking. I'm
Fruit.
like, where are the seeds? They're like, but it's organic. I go, okay, I guess it's good.
Yeah, no.
Shit.
No,
Okay.
that's all.
All right, so we're gonna do the fruit one. You
Yeah.
can tell me how to
We
do
do
the fruit.
fruit. We'll do all that, but definitely we have to eliminate that. So part of the answer to what I asked you was, make more money, right?
Right.
Eat better quality food.
Okay.
But the other thing would be, I'm gonna cut back on spending.
Right. Spend
right?
less.
So
yeah.
eat less.
Okay.
So eat less to spend less,
And
right?
get more
and
quality
then get
in.
more quality food, make more
In.
money.
Shit.
Exercise, saunas.
Hope you guys
Yeah.
wrote notes. And if not, we're gonna put ROX's info there so you can follow him, contact him.
We'll run it
for
back.
all that. So we're running back. There's so much that I want to get into. Get rest. Yeah.
100%.
How much? That's a good. That's. How many hours of sleep do you recommend for our viewers?
Everybody's different.
Right. That's true.
I personally live in like the 7 to 9 range.
Okay.
7 to 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, sleep is definitely quality. Or sorry, a very important thing. Quality sleep is your number one priority. Even before water, even before what you ingest.
The sleep apnea
That
shit.
that,
That's a whole
that
other
resets
issue.
everything. But it all goes hand in hand, right? The
Okay.
healthier you become, the easier it is to sleep, the better quality you sleep. The unhealthier you are, the worse your sleep
Dang.
is. And then it's a vicious cycle of like
Have you seen that?
No.
The tape. The
Oh,
people
the
that snore.
mask?
But no, they tape their mouth so they're breathing with their nose
oh,
only.
wow, no, I haven't seen that.
You haven't heard of that?
No.
How so?
But that
I'll send you some stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
I think we gotta that'll go back to resetting the gut,
Okay.
cleaning out. That'll improve every other facet of life.
Okay. All right. We're gonna end this off with our fireball questions. This is gonna be 10 seconds. I'm gonna give you some questions. All you gotta do is say the first thing that you're thinking about,
right.
whatever it may be. You just answer. Don't say, well, it depends. I had someone said, well, it depends on the situation. I'm like, this is a fireball question, bro. You got 10 seconds. Answer.
So
'em.
10 seconds to answer.
That's it. I'm
right.
just gonna go. And you just gotta.
All right,
Anthony, you got that timer ready?
And
I want you to go. Boop.
2, 1.
let's go.
In and out or Tommy's.
In and out.
DH or no DH.
No DH.
Pool or no pool in your house.
No pool.
Bunt or no bunt.
Bunt.
2-story or single story for your house.
Single story.
Cheese, pizza, or Supreme.
Oh,
Let's finish that off. What is it?
cheese.
Okay, steal or no steal.
Steel.
Dodgers or Tigres de Cancun.
Tigres de Cancun.
And that wraps it up, guys, for Safe at Home Podcast. Thank you for ROX Arroyo joining us, 818 Kid. And shout out to everybody else in the 818. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you on the next show. Peace.
Thank you.